Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review. We'd like to thank our viewers and our subscribers, because without you, we're not us. So let's talk about Thunderbolts. This is John F. Walker and SENTRY. This is a 2-pack, and it is available now at places like HASBRO Pulse and your local big box store. Guys, let me know something in the comments. Are you excited about this 2-pack of these 2 figures here, or are you waiting on the others? Let us know. But right now, let's roll them off the stand and let's get started. Packaging. This is a double box packaging. You can see the open window there with the action figure and all the accessories inside the bubble. And of course, there's a yellow background there. You can take that out if you like. I'm pretty sure it's just a small cutout, right? And of course, on the face, Marvel Legends series, you do have your warnings there. Johnny F. Walker and SENTRY, right? And you got Marvel Studios Thunderbolts there with the HASBRO logo and the ages on the front face. Take a look at the side panels. You do have an open window, John F. Walker SENTRY there, and you have some pictures at the bottom as well. And on the other side panel, you have a few photos with Marvel Legends series logo on the bottom. And of course, on the top is the Marvel Studios with the Thunderbolts, right? Nothing too crazy about the packaging, pretty basic, but it's nice enough to hold your figures. Let's flip it over to the back side. Okay, there you have it. You have those same photos that you saw on the side panel. You could get a close shot of that on both sides. Pause it and read that if you like. There you go. Okay, so that will do it for the packaging. Okay, so here's this thing that comes out of the box. I just wanted to show you. I know we were finished with it, but look at it. It's terrible. There's no need to take it out. You take photos with it. What does it really do? So there it is. Keep it in the box. You don't need to take it out. Okay, let's give them a measure. We'll just do the inches, right? No centimeters, just inches. Okay, right at 6.5. That's what I'm looking at. It's close to 6.5, and right at it. It's a little below 6.5. Right? That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Okay, so let's measure SENTRY here. Should be right about the same. Right at 6.5, just a little bit over it, but it kind of looks like he's right at 6.5, right? Maybe a little under. That's what I'm seeing. A little under, right? That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Okay, so let's go and scale him up. I know that Juggernaut scales well with a lot of figures, but I'm also going to have a clip here showing it with Darkseid as well, which, you know, Darkseid is DC, but Juggernaut is Marvel. So let's go ahead and put SENTRY there. There he is. Okay. Fitting there pretty decent by Juggernaut. And here we are with Agent there, right? That looks really good. That scale looks good. I mean, Juggernaut always does well. He doesn't really disappoint much, just depending on what kind of figures, how big they are, what game they come from, you know, what metaverse, whatever the case may be, but they look good here. The clip that I'm showing you is going to have Darkseid in it, and that actually looks pretty decent itself. But now you see it, and you get the idea. Okay, so let's look at the appearance. We'll take a closer look at both of them really well. We'll start with the agent here, Mr. Walker. Okay, you see him here. We're looking at the colors. If you start with the colors first, I like the colors, but you're going to have your black washes for battle damage reasons, which is nice. We do think that's a good job. Let's see how well they did with the helmet. We know you get your tooling done, and then you get your helmet either put on or sculpted out, right? You see where the face is. Look where the eyes are. The eyes are quite all right. You're seeing the pupils in the blue, but the bridge of the nose of the mask itself is okay. It's not that decent. A lot of scrunching there, a lot of frame paint. It's okay. The paint job is not bad. There you have it. And if you look at the helmet itself, you're looking at, it's really this kind of a grayish black color, if you will. And it looks fairly decent. I mean, the facial features coming out with the 5 o'clock shadow and the goatee looks pretty well there, if you can see that. All right. And he goes all the way to the sideburns here where his ears are. So he has a faded patch of hair that goes around like a faded beard. Not much to it, right? So the helmet itself, of course, this is all this smoke black kind of finish to it. I do like it. But here you are, ears are sculpted well. You do have the red on the side there with the silver wing that's painted on right, but we know that that line there, that can be dealt with. You need to mold, when the tooling is finished, you can mold that out the way, get that line out the way, but I know they're trying to put them out fast. So let's look at the back, where the transition is. You see the neck there, you see the strap. It seems like the strap was sculpted and then painted, along with the ears and the rest of the figure there on the face. So it's not bad on the face. I wouldn't say it looks directly like him, but if you see him, you know who he is. So that's enough. The nose is quite large. So that's not bad on the face as well. Just the eyes where the mask is could have done better, right? Okay, you see the neck. That transition to the flesh-like color of his neck. That's okay. I'm not mad at that as well because it covers right. It does have the higher here, and you do have the split going lower on the neck. So that's nice on that. Let's look at this paintwork on his chest. Like I said, you're looking at these, yeah, I guess it's more like just a gray, a dark gray is what it is. That's what I see as a dark gray. Okay, there you go. And there are your red and vanilla. It's supposed to be white, but it's damaged. So it's red and white with the black damage here. You can see that he's fell down and he has some damage there, right? Okay, you do have your overs coming over the vest there. All right, let's take a look at the American flags. They look pretty decent. You've seen these before in stores and stickers. Those are the all black flags. These are posted on his shoulders for his ranking, I guess. But there you go. Pretty basic arms there. Nothing new. You do have your Ninja Turtle cup for an elbow pad. And you do have this here, which is not PVC plastic. Surprising. That's not PVC plastic. It should be for arm rotations, but it is not, right? Okay. Let's go to the lower part of the upper part and lower part of the belt. Utility belt looks pretty decent. You see the red there, and then you have your silver accents plus the brown for the belt itself and the silver for the buckle. So that's not bad. The paint on there is good. You'll see it running. Very good job there. If you look at the back, you're seeing the transition from where the pants in red are. You see the wrinkles. You see the gloss shine to it. Not much of a wash on the back. And the silver there. And then your brown colors, right? You got them. So the back of this, back here, you have your agent logo. That is in that brushed silver, is what I would say, right? On top of that, dark blue is what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's look at those gloves. Okay, I know we're going to be looking at accessories. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hands here. You see them? They're quite all right, all red. You do have some minor details on them, and then your fingers stick out. Pretty basic, right? There you go. And that's the same with all of them. It's nothing special. You look at them, see, there you go. You have a couple designs, but it's nice to see the fingers stick out. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go to the legs. You see the pants are bunched up, just like he's in it. So they're wrinkled. That's a good look. You do have strappings here, red going around, red accents. So that's nice. The gun is stationary inside. Wish it could come out. That would be neat, but it does not. Painted black. Very nice holster. That's all you're gonna get. You do have the pistol grip on there as well on the gun, which looks like a 9mm to me, maybe a 45. But there you go. Okay, back of the leg hinges are hidden very well. More red accents going down to the top of his boots. And then if you look at the boots there, they're pretty basic. They do have tread on them. Nothing too wild there, right? So the figure itself looks really decent. If you look at the movies, I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm not saying I'm over the hills, but it does look good of the appearance, right? And that'll do it for the appearance of the agent. Okay, so let's check out the appearance of Sentry. See him way back there. He was back there before we were doing the other one. Of course he was. Let's go ahead and grab him. Hello, fella. All right, so we'll do the accessories in order. So since we did Agent first and then Sentry next, then we'll look at the accessories, right? Okay, that's why I have you look at their hands after we're finished. Okay, Sentry, there's not much to him. You see him in the movie, there's not much to him, right? Okay, so it's a blonde guy. There are his eyes, looking very decent. You do have that shine on his head. Okay, there's his facial structures in the ears. Let's see those eyes. Those eyes are done pretty decent if you look at them real good. Put my lighting to them there. See the eyes there? Not bad. They're not bad. Okay. And okay, so you see the hair? Just pretty basic. You're gonna get your carving out. You're gonna mold it, carve it out, sculpt it out, and then you're gonna get a brown wash and stick between the hair at the grooves and make it look like his hair there, right? So not bad there. Pretty easy. Sculpt it, throw a little bit of black wash on it, and kind of paint it up, and you got that, right? Okay, looking at his neck, he has his kind of armor here that holds his cape. There you go. Goes around his neck, has a collar. Then it transitions all the way to the middle of his chest that holds it on. And if you turn around, there is his cape. Not a fan of these capes. I can do away with them because we have no use for these at all. They are useless because of the fact that they do not wave. They do not wrinkle up. It's just that they are straight PVC plastic and they don't move. It's flexible, but it doesn't look that great. It looks great when you're having a photo, it's not moving, but you want to have it to where you might be flying something. It's just not a great cape. Stop making them and we'd be happy. Okay, so let's look at how the suit goes. We know the blue cape is PVC. Wow, we've seen this many times before, but it is painted a nice blue. Looking at his suit here, right? You see how it's grazed? That's nice. You see that in the movie, it's grazed up. That's the whole entire suit. And then he has this outlining, which is that dark blue lining that goes all through it, right? There you go. So let's look at the arms first. You see how the arms there? You do have a protective turtle shell there. All right. And then his gauntlets are blue, of course. Nothing crazy. They do have gold accents here. Yeah, there you go. And that's on the same on both sides. And if you look at the legs, there's more grazed material with blue accents. Nothing wild. The boots are blue themselves, and they do have the gold accents too on the top and by the ankle here, right? You can see that as plain as day. So look at the belt. There you have it. Nice little swirl of gold. Blue belts connected on each side, and you do have it all the way around to the back, right? Cheesy backside. That's cheesy. Okay, and let's look at the hands. Why we're here. There you go. You got punch hands. Nothing really amazing. They're just basic punch hands, right? Nothing basic. Nothing really wow. They're just very basic. Okay? So that is it on the appearance. Nothing much to him. There he is. And that will do it for the appearance. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. As you can see, you do get both figures, right? Because this is a 2-pack. And then you get some accessories. So you're looking at, for the agent, you'll get an extra pair of hands and the shield. Wow. And of course, Sentry gets an extra pair of hands. And that's it. For the life of me, I just can't understand why you're getting such a little amount of accessories for these 2-packs. Give us some of that classic effects that you got in your arsenal. You have plenty. We know you do. Throw some in there and throw an extra head sculpt. That's what we need. Okay, so let's go take a look at agent stuff first. We'll look at the shield first. I like the shield. The shield looks pretty good. It's decent. I like it in the movie. It's just a regular red and gray shield. That's all you need, and it does the work, right? So here we are. Red and gray shield. There it is. Nicely done. It's nothing to it. Arm goes in there. You can peg it in his hand where he can hold it here. You can peg it in his arm where he can run with it. Any way you like. Nice finish. Very basic. But it will do, right? Will do. Okay. So let's take a look at the extra pair of hands. Excuse me a minute. Wow. They are punch hands. Okay, we showed you what they look like over there. But here are the punch hands. There you go. Nothing too wild. That's not that great of a job. So if you look at the transition by the peg, okay, you see that's great. Like, okay, it's a nice, but this is, what is that? Like cheese, like he dipped his fingers in cheese. Some good Velveeta. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like, and that's not good at all. So the hand itself is great, but that is cheese. Okay, you see that one. Let's check the other one. The other one is exact same on the other side.
cheese. Oh, is that dip? Yeah, that looks like he stuffed his hand in dip. Poor job, and you guys know it. That is terrible. Not good at all. What is that? Wow.
Okay, so that's terrible hands for Agent. Let's look at Sentry's hands. A little more better. This is going to be open hands. They're going to be relaxed. Not like his punch hands there, but here we are.
There you go. More relaxed, looking decent. Latch system. There you go. Much better than what we were just looking at. Those are hands. Okay, guys? You want to see what hands look like? Those are it. These are it right here. Oh, yeah. You stick this hand in cheese or dip. Okay, there they are. Okay, basic. Nothing really crazy.
Let's check the other one.
Got it. There it is. You've seen hands before. Latch system, peg, put it in. You're good to go.
Okay, and that will do it for the limited accessories. Okay, so let's step into it. The POA, the points of articulation. Let's go with Agent here. All right, we got the lighting that we need, right? It's here. Okay, so do this. Got that there, and we'll put some here, a little bit on the across the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we are. Points of articulation. Starting with the head, we could know it's on the ball and socket. I can see it there. If you look real closely, ball and socket. So your rotations are there. Tilts will be there automatically, down and up. So you're good to go, right? Not bad. Okay, arms, no PVC plastic, so rotations are rotating inside the shoulder. As you can see that, like it's going in the shoulder. Okay, if you will. There you have it. They do rotate. They do have the latch systems of their own, and they are inside with pegs. There you go. So that's not bad. Your bicep swivel cut is there. You can see it. Bicep swivel is there. And you have your double jointed arms, right? Nicely done. We know the hands are interchangeable, so they do rotate, and they have latches of their own. They do rotate, latches of their own, right? Okay. In the middle here, you do have this mechanic where it does crunch. There you go. Crunch out. There you go. Okay. Waist does have rotations by the utility belt. And your legs are sitting on dumbbell joints. All right. Do have the thigh swivel. That is there. And you also have double jointed knees. Right? Double jointed knees. Pretty basic. Here we go. And you do have the calf rotation there. Right? It's there. And your feet sit on rockers. No pivot in the toe, but it does have a latch system up front. Right? No pivot in the toe. Same on both sides. So there is that for that figure. Each quad all right. Articulation is not that great to me. Kind of limitations are there, but it could have been better, I think, for these guys. But that's what you have, right? Okay, so let's take a look at Sentry and see what he's doing here. Okay? All right. Sentry has on his amazing PVC plastic cape. So nothing there. You can't do nothing with this. This is plastic. It's nothing to it, right? So let's start with the head. This is going to be on a ball and socket. I can see it. Ball and socket. So your rotations are going to be there. Tilts. Down. Up. There you have it. Not bad at all, okay? This is nothing. So we have the arms sitting on the latch system there. They are pushed in by ball and sockets. Latch system pushed in by ball and sockets. And they do have the cuts, so they do have the bicep swivel there, right? Double jointed arms are there. Yeah, they're there. And you know the hands are interchangeable. So they're going to have their own rotations and latches of their own, right? Got the latch there. You see it? There it is. Same on both sides. You do have upper sternum movements and lower movements by the utility belt as well. Here, right? That's pretty cool. They're on dumbbell joints there. You can see that. Dumbbell joints. And you see the cut on the thigh, so you do have your thigh swivel. Also double jointed legs. Double jointed hinges there. Right? Okay. That's the same on both sides. No rotations by the calf.
You do have the feet sitting on rockers, and you do have the latch system as well inside where the rockers are. Okay, there you go, rock and rock. And that's the same on both sides. So nothing too crazy about the figure. Does look good, and that'll do it for the POA. Okay, for the pros and cons, we'll start with the cons first. The cons are there's not enough accessories. You're giving me pairs of hands. That's fine. But that pair of hands is not going to do it for me. Give me some effects. Give me some weapons. That's what we like to see. That's what we all like to see. The pair of hands. That's great that we get them, but add that to addition with some extra accessories. That's my con on that. You know, extra head sculpt, some effects coming out the hands, something of that nature, because you have plenty of that stuff in your arsenal. So my pros is that the figures do look good. There's minor paint jobs they're okay, nitpick, but the suits of both characters look very great. The face sculpts are great. The painting is good. It's just not perfect, but the figures stand well and they do look good. So for me, I would give them a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are.
And you guessed it, you could get it at Walmart.com. Just check out Walmart.com or their local bid box store. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.